Hi, my name is Charlie Grace with Forever Best Friend. Thanks for watching. So we're going to talk today about the 3 things that we like the most and the 3 things that we dislike now that we're having the van for 6 whole months. So when you get a van, you start doing van life, you dream of these wonderful places to go and things to do, and then you get a van, you're like, oh my gosh, can I really do this? So it's been really a journey and we're very excited. So for those of you who don't know, we've had 2 other rigs. We've had a small Class C, we've had a really big Class C, and then we decided to downsize and go to van life, and it's been the awesome thing to do. So let's talk about this. We have a 2021 Thor Sequence 20L. We got it in February of 2021, and it's been a really cool van. Now, we got it for lots of reasons. 1, we were looking for something smaller. 2, looking for something that of course fits our dog, because we do a lot of really cool dog friendly adventures, and it was just something we thought, well, this might be good on gas mileage as well. So lots of prerequisites and things we were specifically looking for. We did consider actually doing our very own build. One of those things where you start looking into the price and the cost and the warranty and what did you really want. And I felt like a lot of those things I could honestly get with the Thor Sequence 20L, so I was very happy with that. So I did a video earlier, and I'll put a link up here or here, when I initially thought these are the 3 things I love and 3 things I hate, because at that time I'd been in the van for a couple months and just sort of got my feet wet as to things that were working and things that weren't. But now that I've had a little more experience, let's talk about the things that are really working and not so much working. So for those of you who know, when we took the van off the lot, there were some things that we knew weren't exactly right. So we knew that it had a problem. We didn't have all the parts for the awning. We knew that it had a problem with the pedestal table. That's the one behind the passenger seat that pops up. It's really super handy, but it had a crack in it, so we knew we had to get that replaced. We knew we had a leaky faucet. It had some issues with the pocket doors back in the bathroom, and after a shakedown trip, of course, we found some other things, which involved having the window on the passenger side in the back have a nice little leak of water, which is not very cool. We did finally get all of those things fixed, except for one. We're still working on the pedestal table. Hopefully we'll get that resolved within the next month. And if you're watching this, we're looking at the month of August. So let's think about this. It's been well over a good 6 months getting all these things in, and supply chain has been a really big issue trying to get this all done. So a lot of manufacturers are not getting things out due to COVID and other issues. We're just trying to be very patient, but we know it's going to happen. So hopefully that'll get done by the end of the month. Now we do have one more item that needs to get fixed, and unfortunately we have a parting gift from the last tropical tropical storm, which was Elsa. We were traveling through Virginia and a little teeny tiny rock or something hit the window, and now we have a huge Harry Potter crack in our brand new front window. That's a very expensive piece of glass. So we are calling. It is getting replaced. It's going to take about 30 days to get that piece of glass in, and of course we need to get it installed and fixed. So that's going to take a little time. So there are a few other things that we need to do as far as getting it fixed, and it will be going in the shop hopefully once that pedestal table is installed, and we do need to get the oil changed in the generator. We are about at 100 hours. So if you think about it, we do a lot of traveling, and of course there's a dog involved. We need to make sure that from a temperature standpoint we have the air conditioner on if she's not able to come out with us. We do like to go to more dog friendly things where she's always with us, but just in case, we want to make sure that we have the right temperature inside. So we use the generator quite a bit. And we've learned how important that really is, and we really enjoy having the RV Master app on our phone so we can check and make sure it's running as well as what the indoor temperature is. It's been really super nice. So we will be going out, I believe, the next week or 2. We are right now in the home studios, which is really cool. That's why you're seeing me here. Ta-da! And we are going to get all this video that we've been working on and editing, and it's going to be coming up. If you don't know, we put out one long video each week. We also do some live streams, and then we do quite a few shorts every week just to give you some ideas as to what's happening and where we are. We really enjoy that. All right, so let's talk about the 3 things that I love and the 3 things I don't like after 6 months. Here we go. All right, the first thing that I love, that I didn't think I'd love as much, is the way in which it drives. I was really impressed with the Dodge Ram ProMaster, comparatively speaking to driving the big Class C. It's super easy. It's really smooth. There's lots of things and places we can go based upon the size. It's 20 feet. It's easy to get in and out of parking lots, go to a lot of different places we typically could not go with a larger vehicle. And it changes the way in which we travel and camp. So before we were really truly setting up a base camp, and now your camp is wherever you are. That is a big game changer for us. So we love the actual vehicle itself. That's one thing. Number 2, I would say that in looking at how we work with having the fridge, we didn't really think about using a fridge as much as we have before, but now that we understand that the solar power is located where it's connected to the fridge and freezer, it's awesome. So no matter what we do, we always have cold or frozen food, and we can just like heat it up and go places, have whether it be leftovers or something new to cook. Super, super handy. We also know that we can charge our phones at all times because that solar panel on top is making a big, big difference. So that's our number 2 thing that we really, really appreciate. Number 3 that I really like, I would say the bug screen. Everyone has complained about these bug screens, that they don't last very long and there's a problem with them. I wish we had one in the back, in the bathroom area. I know we definitely, ours on the side has been fine. We haven't had any problems with it. So I think it has to do with wear and tear, but so far for 6 months, it's held up, looks really good, no problem, and we use it all the time. So I like to have fresh air, and so yes, I'm gonna say those are the 3 things right now that are making a big difference. Now, as far as 3 things that we don't like, I would say one of the issues has been the location of the generator. I don't know how that can be fixed, but it is very difficult to get to. It is on the underside of the van, and we did have a problem where it was not starting at one time. And I think we were in North Carolina at the time. And if it doesn't start, then what are we going to do? So we can't leave the dog in the van if we're going to go someplace. I know we were able to take that trip to go see the wild horses in Kerala at the Outer Banks, which is so much fun. We'll leave a link for that somewhere up here or down here, or who knows where. Maybe even the description we'll put it in there. But we couldn't take Rosie on that trip with us. She stayed in the van while we got to go check out the horses. And the night before, we received a message on our generator saying that it wasn't going to start. I'm like, oh geez, what are we going to do? So Thor, we called Thor, and they have a 24/7 customer service line, and the lady that answered the phone was amazing, and she gave us lots of good information, and she emailed us some PDFs of what fault code would equal this. But because of the location, it's underneath and hard to get to even find the fault code. So she did give us a couple names of some mobile RV techs, and we were able to figure it out ourselves, but thank goodness it worked and we can move on. But we're at about 100 hours right now, so we're going to get the oil, of course, changed and get that going, but I'm not really happy of the location. It's hard to get to. That'd be number 1. Number 2, let me think. So I would say the keeping it clean has been one of those things. When you have a very small space, you really got to keep it clean all the time. So we do have a dust buster, and we've got a little dustpan, and also got a microfiber cloth that we use a lot. And because we have a dog, I also bought a couple extra little mats to go inside. If you don't have those items, it fills full of dust super, super quick. So I would say that cleanliness is next to having good van life. And keeping things organized is also a big topic. But as far as like keeping it and not making sure that your airflow is really clean, that's a big issue for us because I have allergies and things like that. So we want to make sure that that's something. So I would say that's another thing we haven't really enjoyed so much, is just with dog hair and shedding in the summertime. It circulates, got to keep it clean. So number 3, we have had some problems with the ground clearance. It is very, very low to the ground. So for those of you who like to go and go out in the wilderness and go out in the sand and go do a lot of things, we're talking about maybe 6.5 inches of ground clearance on a good day. So you have to be very, very careful. I've already had one boo-boo where I was coming out of a restaurant, and coming from the restaurant to the road, there was a slight decline that was a little more than it should have been, and it hit a bar that was holding on to our black water tank. Thank goodness for zip ties and duct tape, because sometimes that's what you got to do, and got that fixed a little bit, but we'll be taking that into the shop to make sure that we get that properly fixed and how that works. So ground clearance would be another big issue that I'm not really excited about. So in looking at these things, it's a great, very comfortable, easy ride. I love it. It's very easy to maneuver and get around places. I would say that one of the questions we had before was our cabinetry does not have locks. So a lot of times they have the marine locks where it locks them in place. We have not had a problem with that. And because we put all of our stuff in packing cubes, it's very easy to find things, and we don't have a lot of hard, heavy things we put above. So I try to keep those in the drawers below. So I think that's one of the easy ways of making sure everything's going to be safe as we're driving. So to refresh, let's see. We love driving it. It's been a fabulous experience for 6 months. We still have lots and lots and lots of places to go to, and we're looking forward to taking it on our next adventure. Looking back on it, would I buy it again? Absolutely. I know that the price has gone up since we bought it, and I know looking at vans these days is really, really hard to find one. But I would say, all in all, I would buy a Thor Sequence again. If you like this video and you'd like to watch more, please hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified when more of our videos come out. We do a live stream every week and we like to put out a new video at least once or twice a week. Sometimes we do one long video and lots of shorts, which is really fun. So little tidbits of information for you. If you'd like to become a member of our Insider Dog Friendly Travel community, please do so. All the profits from our memberships go to help us pay it forward to all the dog rescues that we get to visit as we travel across the USA. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being our forever best friend.